Hey guys, so I'm pretty much done prepping this now. Got it all clean and scuffed, used 80 and then 180, and actually went over that with the red Scotch-Brites just to hit the little inside here and stuff where it's hard to get with regular paper. Rescuffed all this with red Scotch-Brite under here, and I'm getting ready for seam sealer, and you can see what I've got going there. So, but I have a question, and I know all these get seam sealed, but like this, where it comes down right here and fits together, does this get seam sealed? I know this edge, this area doesn't. These edges under here, I'm thinking they don't. I've never seen seam sealer around those, but that is actually a seam. And same with this here. So, and what else? I know that gets, I'm pretty sure that gets seam sealed. Those are seam sealed. I know the whole front area gets the seam sealer. And what else? Yeah, those for sure. Seems like those do. They'd have to almost, because that's a channel where water runs down, so you'd want to seam seal that. I know a little doesn't get seam sealed, but what I'm doing right now is just basically underneath here, getting that seam sealed, and so I can spray epoxy over the seam sealer once I do that. So if you guys, somebody that's done this could tell me if, like that's supposed to have seam sealer on it or not, because like I said, it's a seam. But I don't remember ever seeing seam sealer on them. Of course, they usually got some kind of undercoating or, something like that sprayed all underneath here. So I'm not 100% sure on that. Like I said, this is not something that we did at the shop. We didn't, do restoration stuff. So if you guys could help me out with that, I would really appreciate it. But there's seams all over this car. So, I know watching some of Wendell's videos, he seam sealed all this. He seam sealed all here through here. These all down through there. I think up in here, those seams. And there's seams all over the place. All that gets seam sealer all the way across and down. But basically, and here, there's another question. Does this, the dash where it comes together here, does that get seam sealed? I would assume it would. Somebody, didn't do a fantastic job welding that, so it probably wouldn't hurt to smear some seam sealer down into that. I know the window channel is going to be there, so it'll probably have that window urethane right in there somewhere. But yeah, that's my question. And so tomorrow the plan is to come out here and seam seal this up, just in the areas that needs it. And then I'm gonna spray it. I gotta clean the floor up and everything. I'm gonna spray it in black. But yeah, that's all been scuffed up in red Scotch-Brite and everything else, and so it should be ready to go. I just gotta clean it all one more time, but I gotta clean the floor first, so I don't want to clean it and then blow dirt and everything all over it and then have to clean it again. So I'm gonna clean the floor first, and probably wet the floor down real good, and hopefully my hose is long enough. I should have bought a 35-foot hose. I only bought a 25-foot hose, and it's really not long enough for what I'm doing here. And you can kind of see here, this side's not going to be an issue, but when I come over to this side, I always have issues getting way back here. You guys probably seen some of my videos. The 25 foot is not as long as what I would have thought, and it does look like I'm going to be able to get this whole thing from here. But I would recommend a 35-foot hose, and some guys may say no. I've heard if you go too long, then you start having some issues. I don't know. You know how that goes. You hear freaking everything, and who knows what's true and what's not. So, all right, guys, that's it for now. And Holler at me what you think on the seam sealer, because like I said, I'm new to that. I bought this, let me show you what I've got. And I actually ordered a couple more tubes because I'm gonna have to do the whole car. But it's this 3M heavy bodied seam sealer, 03308. I'll bring you back.